Hi, my name is Aaron, and this is my show, Reeducation, and today I'm going to talk about something that happens every fucking day under your nose, and you really have no idea that it's even happening. Now, of course, that is called Defund and Privatize. It's a very old tactic, and it was originally created not by the left, not by the right, but by the elites to make sure that you have to pay them more money. How exactly does this work? Well, basically, through your taxes, you are given a certain amount of benefit. Roads, certain types of buildings, transit systems, and schooling. But if you're getting those things through your taxes, through the government, then there's a major problem, at least one for capitalists. They aren't making that money off of you. The government is. Because that's how business works. You want to, as much as you possibly can, get a stranglehold on the market. And if a lot of that market share is being occupied by a government organization, then the amount of money that you would make off of that industry is going to be substantially limited. Unless you hire lobbyists. You change the laws by hiring lobbyists and making them lobby government and giving them bribes and donating to them in different ways and making sure that those government officials' pockets are lined very well. You are able to get the government and the elites to be on your side as a capitalist and work directly against, well, the very businesses and industries that they own. Some random politician out in the middle of Iowa isn't going to give a goddamn about that public-funded business. What they do care about is enriching themselves directly. And if a business offers them $500,000 to change a few laws so that business can grow and expand and overtake the market, then they're inevitably going to do so. So what's a good example of this? Well, schooling is a perfect example. Public schools are paid for by the government. They are able to get their books, their buildings, their teachers, and everything like that funded through taxes. But that makes it very hard for private businesses to be able to compete. Theoretically, a public school should have the backing of the entire nation behind it. A capitalist industry just shouldn't be able to compete. But that doesn't mean fuck all to some random politician living in Iowa who just got $1 million donated to their campaign. They can get those donations through super PACs and so forth from capitalist businesses and get out of that $1 million investment multiple millions or if not billions of dollars in subsidies or tax loopholes or changing the system in such a way that it benefits them and not the public interest. Now think about it. If you want to make an industry seem like it's not doing so well, why not make it impossible for them to get new books, or fix their infrastructure, or hire better teachers, or have the proper amount of staff needed to teach all of those children? Those are all things that can be changed very easily by politicians, and all they need is just a little push, a monetary push, and all of a sudden you see a situation where public schools, because they're being defunded, are basically useless. They don't give you the proper education that you need, and you come out of them without having a proper education. But the private schools, on the other hand, are given full funding, as much funding as they possibly could get, sometimes even government subsidies to be able to make them benefit even more. And the people that come out of those institutions have a higher education. But that's not a bug. Say it with me now. That's a feature. It's something that is meant to be that way. It's systemic. It's set up in such a way that if there's a publicly funded business or resource, organization, whatever, that it will inevitably be attacked by the capitalist industry that is trying to subvert it, that's trying to take its position. And it's able to do that because government officials are easily Easily the most corruptible motherfuckers you've ever seen in your entire lives. And you don't just see that with school, you see that with literally every single industry. If it's publicly funded, you better fucking believe that there is a capitalist industry that's going to try to make it so that it is defunded and privatized. That's basically it. At least that's the way I look at it. If you do get a chance, please check out my Patreon. Every single dollar helps me attack this fucking broken system. And the more I rely on direct donations from wonderful comrades like you, the less I have to rely on the system itself to be able to fund things like clothing and food. And also check out all the other links I have in the description below. Twitter, Instagram, and Discord. The Discord can be pretty fucking fun sometimes. So that's the way I look at it. My name is Aaron. Thanks for watching.